Hello everyone, my name is Matt Lemos, and today we'll be talking about dry ice. Now you may be asking yourself, what is dry ice? Where does it come from? Can you touch it? All will be explained. First of all, what is dry ice? Dry ice is the solid form of the substance/molecule of carbon dioxide, or better known as CO2, one carbon and two oxygens. You know when you take in oxygen or atmosphere and you go and you breathe it in, what you exhale is carbon dioxide after your lungs intake that oxygen and process it. That's what it's produced. Now you may also be asking yourself, dry ice, isn't dry ice like just regular ice? Why wouldn't it just turn into a water substance when it's gone? Why does it just dissipate in a gas? Well, that process is called sublimation. Now what is sublimation? Sublimation is the phase change of something that is in a solid state into a gaseous state. So CO2's liquid form can't stand in the world that we have it in just because of the atmospheric pressure. That's why it turns into a gas instead of melting into a liquid. But we'll get more into depth by asking, why does dry ice sublimate? Well, dry ice sublimates instead of melts because at room temperature and at room atmospheric pressure, CO2 is a gas. Now, in our daily lives, how many times have you seen carbon dioxide in a liquid form? Think about it. I'm pretty sure all of us have said zero because I personally haven't seen CO2 in a liquid form before. That's because at regular atmospheric pressure and atmospheric temperature, CO2 is a gas. So when the dry ice is brought into a regular temperate room, in a regular atmospheric pressure, it doesn't turn into a liquid form. It doesn't turn into a liquid form. Excuse me. It sublimates into its gaseous form. And now we are going to demonstrate what happens with dry ice, and we're going to show you what it actually is. Before we continue, I just want to reiterate about the solid form of CO2. It just cannot withstand the world we live in a regular state due to our atmospheric pressure. And just for fun, here's what a liquid form of CO2 looks like. Now, on to show you what actual dry ice looks like. You can get dry ice in a variety of places. For me, I got it at the local Bowling Green Kroger. And remember, you can't touch this stuff because it's literally so cold it'll cause freeze burns and rip your skin off. Here it is. CO2 in its solid form, frozen as it could be. Now, as you can see, it's in the sublimation process as we speak, this fog or mist that it's producing, that's it. It's just turning itself back into its gaseous form. And it happens very slowly. I bought a pretty large slab of dry ice, and it's going to last me about maybe 24 hours, much longer than regular ice would outside of its container. But to speed up the process and to show you a little bit of fun, I'm going to put this in a pot of water. Now, as we can see, it's bubbling over, and it's creating that fog effect that you see at carnivals and stuff, and haunted houses. This is some of the stuff they use. But to even make it even more fun, we're going to put some soap in it, just some detergent. It's getting there. Oh, there it goes. You can start to see it bubbling over. And now we have fog bubbles. I hope I could have enlightened some of you on what dry ice is and what it actually is and why it does what it does. Thank you for joining me today. Hope to see you next time. Oh my gosh.